Hello and welcome to TB3 episode 54. We got a good episode for you guys. We got Rays and Bucs, but we are going to try to keep it tidy and neat because we'll start with the Rays. We'll start nice and easy because the Rays season's pretty much over. So we'll just get into anything that really stuck out for us with Rays baseball. And since we last recorded, the Rays finished off their West Coast trip, and they lost 2 out of 3 to the Seattle Mariners, highlighted by a couple of Randy Arozarena home runs that really crushed our hearts. First time he was hitting home runs in Seattle's ballpark, and of course it's against the Rays. And then the Rays lost 2 out of 3 at home against the Padres, and some high-scoring affairs, some entertaining baseball there, but some tough losses. And then as we record right now, the Rays have won 2 out of their first 3 games in Tropicana Field against the Twins. So, boys, I'll bring this to you guys. What has stuck out? Player, team, game, whatever.
Junior Caminero is looking like the future. Got to give it to him.
Yeah, he's looking good. I mean, it's kind of hard to say there's anything good. I mean, this season's been nothing but really a disappointment. I'm just looking at the wild card right now. The Rays are sitting 5 games back, and there's
5 games is not bad.
I know, but I think that might be the worst part of all. They're 5 games out of it. There's 23 games left, and you go, well, they're right there, but then they just won't take that next step. They won't do it. You like to see the positives that they've so far got 2 out of 3 against the Twins, but I'd say disappointing showing this weekend against the Padres. Did not look good. I thought the Mariners were definitely beatable, and that's, again, somebody you needed to beat to really stay alive, and you weren't able to do it. So, yeah, I'd say it's disappointing, and I know they're right there. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Look at where the 2011 Rays were at this point in time in the season, and we saw probably, in my opinion, that's probably the best game in baseball at the end of that year.
Greatest comeback in a while as well.
Yeah, greatest comeback, greatest night of baseball, greatest game ever. So, yeah, anything can happen, but it's just disappointing because they're so close. Will we see them do it? Not optimistic.
Have we gained ground in the last week? Like 5 games? Is that
somehow, yeah. We went we've lost. We're 4-6 in our last 10, and somehow we gained the game.
Yeah, the Royals aren't playing great baseball. The Twins aren't playing great baseball. The Red Sox have fallen off a cliff. Also, the Tigers are sneaking in there. The Tigers are kind of in a good spot, and they were below 500 for the majority of the year. But yeah,
that's another team we play coming up.
Exactly. So games, the opportunity is still there. The Rays are playing okay baseball, have lost a couple really heartbreaking ones. But like Will said, the Rays with a good week, with a good finish, with a 6-4 week instead of a 4-6 week, could be looking at a 3 or 4 game deficit right now in the wild card race, and you could be pushing for the playoffs, a couple games over 500, looking for that streak. And there's just a little guy on my shoulder saying the Rays have a 6-7 game win streak in them, and I just feel like any team has that, and the longest Rays win streak is 5. But I just don't know really what to expect from this Rays team, and I'm just angry about it because if they could have played better baseball over this week, we could be talking about a playoff race. We could be much more in tune and excited about Rays baseball. But, as of players, I will say Jeffrey Springs. He has stood out to me. His last 2 starts have been pretty darn good. Last week against Seattle, he went 5 innings pitched, 1 hit, 0 earned runs allowed. And then last night against the Twins, he was pretty darn good again, as it was 6 innings and 1 hit allowed, or 1 earned allowed, excuse me. But yeah, Jeffrey Springs has been a bright spot. They said that they are going to start extending his pitch count as he gets more and more stamina and endurance after Tommy John surgery. So yeah, I'm really excited about what I've seen from Jeffrey Springs, and I'm on the boat, man. It's Jeffrey Springs for Cy Young in 2025. I think he's going to be a exceptional pitcher in this Rays rotation.
And when I'm right on that, I'm going to look like a huge genius, of course. But I believed this whole time, man. I knew it was coming, or I knew it was going to come. I know it's going to happen next year. So please, put all your money on it. Bet the house. He will be a Cy Young winner next season.
Man, all right. I love that. And then, yeah, any junior stuck out. Johnny DeLuca in his last 10 games has a plus 900 OPS. So good to see him get hot. I think it's He's been swinging the bat better and better, and I feel pretty comfortable knowing that I think he'll be the center fielder next year for the whole season, and I'm pretty excited to see what he does with a full year and full spring training under his belt, because you got to remember, during the spring training, he got hurt, so his timing was not full on, and he hit that rookie wall. So I'm excited about Johnny DeLuca, excited about Junior Caminero, and, yeah, about this pitching staff.
Johnny DeLuca looks like a center fielder, too. I was at the game last night, and he called off Siri in center field. He's like, no, this ball's mine.
Nice.
So I'm like, that's my center fielder
I like
there.
it. My comparison to Johnny DeLuca, and you guys aren't going to like it on the panel, but I think he's Kevin Kiermaier, just from the right-hand side of the plate. And
well, I don't hate Johnny yet, so I don't mind.
Well, yeah, exactly. And I was saying, I think a lot of people despise Kevin Kiermaier because he was labeled as the face of the Rays franchise. But
he couldn't hit. Couldn't hit a beach ball.
Here's the thing. He was not that bad at hitting. My point here is Johnny DeLuca can be a 250, 260 hitter, play elite defense, and as long as he doesn't have to be the best player on your roster, I think he's going to be a really key part of some good Rays teams. Is all I'm saying. Maybe he's better than KK. I would love for him to be better than KK. Let's
compare him to Kevin Pillar for now. Well, then I like him.
He was never a Ray, man.
But he's the next Kevin Pillar in baseball.
Joel's a huge Kevin Pillar guy. Hey, I'll take a Kevin.
I'll take Kevin Pillar.
He kind of looks like Kevin Pillar.
He does. He's hot.
Yeah, I get it. There you go.
That's gonna be. That might be a quote.
There we go.
That might be a quote.
Yeah. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, I mean, Taj Bradley's done.
Yeah, that was
rest
unfortunate.
in peace. That was a fun July.
I vouched for him too, and he came back and had a horrible.
And I was I kind of listened to you, like I was willing to give him another start, but then against the Padres was just absolutely terrible, and it's just disappointing. It's disappointing because you don't know what's going on. You thought he had his stuff fixed. We talked about getting rid of the cutter, and then you thought like that was going to fix some stuff, and it seemed like it did. And now, I mean, the past, what is it, almost 4 or 5 starts now, have just been abysmal. So
it was the whole August. It was the whole month of August, unfortunately.
It was a fun dream.
I'm not giving up on him yet, but he's going to be. I think he's just a streaky pitcher. Streaky pitcher. Yep, that's what I'm saying.
The Rays demand consistency.
Fair.
We need consistency, which I thought. Who's it? Littell yesterday was pitching.
Not great. No, that was Springs yesterday.
Springs was pitching.
Littell was not great on whenever he pitched.
Well, that was
he was Monday. He was the Labor Day game.
Monday. It wasn't terrible.
It was. Yeah, I think he got 4 runs. Did he go 5?
I mean, he'd been injured for a little bit. It was
terrible. That was a game I felt like we should have won, and he didn't. 4 innings, 4 runs, 7 hits. Not great. Not great from Littell, but I think he'll get back
first
in the rhythm.
First start back.
That's Shane Baz. Shane Baz had another good start.
Shane Baz did pretty good.
On Saturday.
Against San Diego. 5 innings pitched, 2 earned runs.
Got to win.
5 strikeouts and the win. You can't really ask for better.
Yeah.
The Rays were definitely able to boost some runs, and which I like seeing 11 runs across the plate. That made you feel pretty special.
Yeah, the Rays offense has been a little more games with a little bit more runs, I'll say.
They've
especially
been
the San Diego
definitely
series.
better. Yeah, and I felt like a fool. I felt like a darn fool. But you know what? I'd say pitching cost us more than hitting in that series.
For sure.
I think you look at Taj Bradley again on Friday, giving up 8. Terrible.
Sunday, 10 walks. 10 walks allowed by Rays pitching.
10 walks, and that was the most walks the Rays have ever allowed in a game since August of 2019 against the Houston Astros. So it's been a long time since they've been that bad as far as the walks department. But yeah, plenty of runs. I mean, what was the score on Sunday?
Sunday was 4-3.
4-3? Yeah, 3 runs, man. Come on, you gotta be able to get that done.
Absolutely.
And then, also, you're able to climb back because I want to say they went up 3-0. The Rays bounced right back, and didn't do anything after that. I think it was a 6th inning.
I will say there are 3 runs in that inning. They got 1 hit for 3 runs. So San Diego kind of gave them the runs back with the walk and a wild pitch too. That's how.
But hey, gotta get on base. Gotta have good plate vision.
Fair enough.
But hey, I mean, come on, you get back in that situation, you gotta win.
For
Still,
sure.
It was on the pitch.
It would have been a nice win too, because we would have been 500
series.
going into the Twins series, and that would have been another game made up for the Twins. And it looks like you might be able to win the series against the Twins. So that would have been a nice game to have for sure. I would have started to believe again in the Rays playoff run if they won on Sunday. I will say another thing that stood out to me is the sidewinding right-handed pitchers out of the Rays bullpen, Kevin Kelly and Edwin Uceda. both didn't give up a run in the whole month of August. So got to shout out those boys. Kevin Kelly has been dynamite. Edwin Uceda has been a hidden gem. Ray's bullpen's pretty solid. Would like to see Manny Rodriguez stop walking so many people, and would like to see Colin Poche, gone forever. Never.
Really? You've been his biggest defender.
I'm off of it, yeah.
That's good to hear.
Shout out Garrett Clevenger, too. Richard Lovelady's been
Garrett
pitching
Clevenger,
all right.
though, didn't he blow? What game did he blow?
That was Manny. I think Rodriguez has been blowing the games, man.
I swear Garrett gave up something.
He might have.
I don't know if it was a losing him, but I know he gave up something this week. I can't remember.
Yeah. As we look ahead, Rays got one more against the Twins, and they got 3 against Baltimore this weekend. Yeah, so just stay tuned. I don't even know if we need to predict these games right now. We're just kind of
we can predict them.
We can predict them.
Rays are still alive.
They're still alive.
Undefeated this week.
Wow, 4-0 home run pick.
Everybody's hitting home run. Everybody.
Okay, now we're just getting ridiculous.
But who'd you like to highlight hitting a home run?
I mean, we've given the right fielder all the flowers. Give me a home run.
DeLuca?
Yeah, Johnny
DeLuca.
Johnny
Johnny
DeLuca's get me a home run.
Give me 3-1 for the Rays. 3-1 for the Rays, and Josh Lowe had a great month. He's going to hit a home run in Camden Yards over that wall. Win a series against Baltimore, guys. They can't be owning us.
Yeah. Look, I mean, we try to stay positive on the show. You probably have heard everywhere else you get your Rays content that the Rays are out of it and it's over.
620 pretty positive?
Oh, no. Huh? I mean, dude, the season was over for them in April.
That is true.
I mean, they'll say stuff here and there to try to sound positive, but they're pretty negative. So, I mean, yeah, like, again, if you're listening, I know we're not really big on the Rays right now, but we got other pressing stuff. And, again, they got to show me something until they can tell me to start believing again. But there is always a chance. There's always a chance. There's one game left in this Twin Series, 3 in Baltimore. I'm saying 1-3.
Oof.
I hate to do it.
After your positive speech, go 1-3.
But they got to show me something.
The one game they're winning is against the Twins, so we get the sweep.
No, actually, they're not beating the Twins. I think they'll lose that one, and they'll take one again in Baltimore.
That would be 10-3 against the Rays.
Man. I know. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. There's no reason.
They flipped the table on us.
They really did.
There's no reason we can't compete with them. We've played some of the best teams in baseball in one series. We should easily do it. I mean, there's no excuse not to. But they got to show me something first. I'm not really believing in them. Home run, give me Carlson.
Nice.
I'm actually really happy with him. He's had phenomenal numbers. I know we touched on it in recent episodes. So I'm hoping he'll get me another. But yeah, there's still a chance.
Will Dylan Carlson be on the Rays 2025 opening day roster?
I hope so. I don't see why not.
Joel?
Yes.
All right.
I really don't. I guess I don't see why he wouldn't.
Okay. I'm with it too. I think so.
Because I think Siri's gone.
Yeah, it's possible. I do think that.
And then, I mean, as far as prospects go, is Meisner?
You have to no. You got to remember Palacios will be back.
Palacios.
And then Chandler Simpson will be up in the middle of the season, but that's not opening day. Other than that, no. We traded Ruben Cardenas to the Phillies, so he's not in our farm anymore. So yeah, not much. I think Carlson will be on the opening day roster, and I think that was a really good trade. And I've appreciated what he's given to this Rays roster so far.
He's got a couple guys coming down the pipe for outfield. Not till 2027 is our year. 2027 is our year.
Speaking of our year, let's talk some Bucs football. You guys like how I did that? Buccaneers 2020 football kicks off this week at home in Raymond James Stadium, the most beautiful stadium in all of the National Football League, at 4:25 on Fox. They will be facing off against the Washington Commanders. A team with some young players, some random old players that they're trying to revive on their team, which I noticed today. But yeah, this is a interesting game, Joel and Will. So I think we'll preview it real quick because Bucs football starts this week.
Yeah, get loud, get excited, Bucs fans. The time has come. The season has started. There's a lot of expectations for this team. We certainly have a bunch. And the Bucs get to see what they're made of. First week at home. There's probably plenty of tickets available if you have not gotten yours yet. I'm going to be there. I'm excited. So we will have some TV3 correspondence there, which is always a good thing. I think we'll get right into it here. Let's hear about your Bucs starting roster. We got through 3 preseason games. Some cuts were made. If you want to watch any of our past 3 episodes, go ahead and do so. We talked about all the preseason stuff, guys to look out for, guys who made the team, guys didn't. So if you want to listen to that, go back. But here we go. Your quarterback leading the team, Baker Mayfield. Oh, man. I cannot wait to see him. Looking for another great season after an awesome one last year. Very quietly had one of the best statistics, best passing statistics in the NFL. Better stats than people like Patrick Mahomes, the Super Bowl winner. So let's see if he can add on to that. Then you got Rashad White, Bucky Irving, Sean Tucker in the backfield. 3 running backs there. You'll probably see most of Rashad White, obviously. He can catch the ball as well. He's a receiving threat. Excited to see how they used him with some screen stuff, some screen game stuff, so look out for that. Your wide receivers, old faithful, old reliable, Mike Evans back again, Chris Godwin, Jalen McMillan, kind of the biggest, I guess not so surprising as he had such a great camp and great preseason games, but Jalen McMillan is your third wide receiver on that depth chart, so he's going to be getting a lot of playing time. Then you still, of course, had Trey Palmer, Cam Johnson. Those are your 2 kind of backup guys. You'll see a lot of Trey Palmer for sure. Tight end, Cade Otton, Payne Durham, Keefe, great room. Hoping to see Cade Otton kind of have a big season step up from last year. Love to see him better in the blocking game and catching as well. Want to see him be a reliable target for Baker. I know you got the big 3, but to have another dynamic pass catcher out there would go a long way, especially, yards after catch. Let's see if he can break some tackles, make a couple plays with his legs. Then we got Tristan Wirfs, left tackle. Ben Bredeson, left guard. Obviously, we know what happened with Suapeta towards ACL. There's going to be a battle there. But despite that, Bredeson earned the spot. He earned it. There's other guys there outside of Opeta who are battling for it. So he's your guy at left guard.
He was going to win it, I think, regardless. You don't want to say
he probably would have,
but I think.
But hey, he still earned it, right?
He earned it for sure.
This is the NFL. No job is secure, probably unless you're Mike Evans, because he's obviously the GOAT. Best receiver, Levante David. Then center rookie Graham Barton, first-round pick this year. He had a heck of a preseason. If you have not watched up until this point, get ready. This guy is the truth. I guarantee you. Was one of the highest graded offensive linemen per Pro Football Focus in the preseason. I mean, just moving guys. Moving 400-pound, 300-pound units. Just moving them like it was a bag of feathers. Then you got Cody Mauch, second-year guy. Let's see if he can take the next step as well. And Luke Gedekiji, right tackle. He looked great as well. So I'm excited to see how he's going to do this season. Then you go to your defense. Your left defensive end, Kalijah Cansey, rookie last year. Played very well. Had a little bit of an injury bug, as you could say. But when he was in, he was very solid. Then you got your nose, Vita Vea, slimmed down. And oh my goodness.
Lean and mean, baby.
He definitely got leaner. Put on a lot more muscle, apparently, because he is looking unreal in preseason. Watch the play where he just puts another man on his backside and made him say uncle. Then you got right defensive end, Logan Hall. William Golston's behind there. You'll probably see Golston in a lot in pass situations. Then your outside linebacker, Yaya Diab. He was injured. Don't know as far. I mean, they said he was good to go. Don't know as far as playing time how many reps he's going to get, but obviously, this is your guy who's a rookie last year, probably one of the biggest steals of the draft, and he led the Bucs in sacks last year, so we're looking to see him have a great season. Your linebackers, inside linebackers, KJ Britt, Levante David. Levante, oh man, this could be it. This could be it. So cherish every moment. But hey, if he plays as good as he did last year, he could
Who
play another
knows,
3
man?
years. You never really know. He's on a 1-year deal, though. Joe Shoyinka is your other outside linebacker, backed up by Chris Braswell and Jose Ramirez. Let's see how that goes because JTS, man, you got to show us something because Chris Braswell and Jose Ramirez, they were looking very good in preseason. 2 younger guys, they're going to be fighting for those reps and want to become the guy there. So let's see if JTS can rise to the occasion, as we should say. Then you got your cornerback, Jamel Dean, Zion McCollum on the other side. These are 2 positions we really need these guys to step up in a big way. We know a lot about Jamel Dean. Zion McCollum, hey, last year struggled a little bit, would get burned at times, but from what we've heard from all the insiders and stuff, he had a lot better of a camp. He's improved from last year, so hopefully that'll be the case. Bryce Hall's a backup there. You should see him in a ton. Your safeties, Jordan Whitehead returns with Antoine Winfield Jr., probably the best safety duo in the league, I have to say. There's just things that go together. Pizza and Coca-Cola. Movie theaters and popcorn.
Chicken tenders and fries.
Chicken and fries.
Cake and ice cream.
Cake and ice cream.
Winfield and Whitehead.
Winfield and Whitehead.
Yeah.
Hey, you're exactly right. I cannot wait to see this dynamic duo out there.
I'm hyped, man. It's going to be electric.
Oh, man. And remember, guys, if you are unfamiliar, Whitehead was with us during the Super Bowl run, and he's back from the Jets. So get ready for those 2. Christian Eisen's your nickel. But watch out for Tyke Smith, Tavier Thomas. Those 2 are also trying to get that job. Christian Eisen, undrafted free agent last year. First game, gets an interception. Handpicked by Todd Bowles. So this guy has had to work for a lot of stuff, but he's able to prove his worth right away. But let's see him do it again. You're undrafted free agent in this league. You don't have a guaranteed spot at all times, so we got to see him step up, or he could get a spot taken. And I'm rooting for him. This is probably one of the guys I'm rooting for the most on this team. I want to see Christian Eisen be a dog, defensive player of the year type stuff. Love that. I don't know. They just give it to TJ Watt every year, it seems like, but
It's hard for a DB to win it.
It's hard, yeah. But, man, I'm rooting for that guy the most. Then you got Chase McLaughlin. Like we said, if you've been watching the show, he does not get money. Doesn't get that nickname for, I think, 3 more games. 3 more games so he can earn it back. But right now, he's just Chase McLaughlin. He's your kicker. Jake Camarda, man, there was some talks at camp that he almost got the boot because of how bad he played in preseason. And this guy was the best punter in the NFL last year. So we'll see. Special teams, and you know what? That's fine. If our offense and defense have no issues and special teams is it, I will be upset, of course, but I won't be as upset if it's special teams. But come on, guys, get it together. Get it together, okay? If it comes down to a game winner, we need money. Whoa, we need McLaughlin to make it.
You're wanting to say it, man.
He's
coming back. He's gonna
maybe,
have a big start of the season.
But that's your Bucs team, man.
Yeah.
And they face the Washington Commanders. This team was absolutely horrendous last year. Head coach Ron Rivera gets fired. Then they bring in Dan Quinn, who a lot of people wanted him as a head coach. He had his stint in Atlanta, the most embarrassing sell job in Super Bowl history.
He did get to the Super Bowl, though.
He got to the Super Bowl.
He got to the Super Bowl.
But I think, me personally, that ruined his career. And it also ruined Shanahan's. He'll never win you the big game. He might get you to the dance.
He is,
but I don't know if
he
he's
can't get over that hump, man. That's brutal for him.
I don't think he could do it. I really don't.
It might fuel him though. Like he's gotta get past.
He has to. I think he will. I think Shanahan will at some point. Too good of a roster. Not this year though. 2024 is with the Bucs. They start 2024 off against the Commanders, a team that is going to be led by a rookie quarterback. Yes, if you have not heard, Jaden Daniels, number 2 overall pick in the NFL draft, will be starting week 1. I was kind of thinking maybe we get a bone and we'd have old Marcus Mariota starting and it would have been an even easier game. But no, Dan Quinn starts off his tenure with a rookie quarterback. And, I should know. We both should know. We saw different games watching him in college against our favorite teams last year. But from my perspective, Jaden Daniels is electric. Ran all over my Gators. Crazy game. But in all seriousness, He can throw the ball, but he is an athlete. He has electric speed, and he can create. So a key for the Bucs this week is to keep him inside of the pocket. Don't let him win on crazy plays. Don't let him win on the unorthodox. Got to keep him in the pocket. Got to bring him down. And then you look at the rest of the offense. I mean, they got Scary Terry McLaurin, a good wide receiver, a guy who's played really good with some bad quarterbacks.
Good, not great.
Yeah, but he's played good with bad quarterbacks. So we'll see how it goes with maybe a better quarterback. Then they have some fossils they're trying to revive. They got Austin Eckler at the running back position coming off a really, really tough season for him. And Zach Ertz, coming over from Philly, and then now Arizona is his last team. So got some fossils.
Dinosaurs.
Got some dinosaurs. So, and then defensively, I'm looking at Daron Payne as their biggest guy on defense. I think that the interior offensive line is young. Britterson, Graham Barton, and Cody Mauch. Got to have a good game interior. Do not want to have pressure right in Baker Mayfield's face from Daron Payne. Yeah, I said it right. And company. So that's to me what I'm seeing from the Commanders.
Yeah, I mean, as far as Jaden Daniels, when I saw him in college, my team shut him down, of course. I held him 17 points. But my biggest concerns with him as far as evaluating talent is, number one, his accuracy, and number two, I felt like he took a lot of unnecessary hits.
For sure.
He would not, I know college is a different game. These guys don't slide. But Jaden Daniels played a little reckless. Now, I did watch a preseason game of his against the New York Jets, and he didn't do a lot of those things. He slid when he had to. He was very accurate. I know this is preseason, but he did show some things, some positives, in my opinion. He was playing against the Jets, who have a very deep and very, very solid defense. Now, with that being said, I think the Bucs should have their way with him. But you got to get to him. You got to keep him in the pocket and make him beat you with his arm. You definitely have to. And I think if you do that, you're going to shut him down because, like I said, the accuracy could be there. You could have gotten it fixed. But it's still too big of a question mark for me going into the draft, going into the offseason. Could he ever fix his accuracy issues? I don't know if one preseason camp is going to fix that. So I think that's really it on offense. I mean, Austin Eckler's slow. Brian Robinson's solid running back. No wide receivers. So I think if you're comparing...
They got Christian McCaffrey's brother. They got Luke McCaffrey.
Which everybody's saying this guy is good. What? Why? He played at Rice.
Shut down by USF, by the way.
Yeah, the only reason he is on NFL rosters because his brother is one of the best.
Okay, that's disrespectful.
He's not good.
Okay, that's
He's not
disrespectful.
good.
That's slightly disrespectful.
He's not.
All right.
He hasn't shown anything. I mean, Rice was his 8th school in college?
Didn't he have a good preseason? Is that not? I thought he had a good preseason.
I did not see anything about him having a good preseason.
Well, I don't know, but keep your eye on him. Just
Commanders fans, comment if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
If there's any of you left. Defense, though, this is their strong suit. Dan Quinn, huge defensive guy. He's a defensive coordinator with Dallas the last couple of seasons. Say what you want about that defense. They were able to turn the ball over a lot. I know he did not look very good. His defense, of course, did not look very good in the playoff game against the Packers. But, hey, this guy's still a defensive guy, and he's got some stars. The defensive line, goodness sakes. I know Colby mentioned who? You mentioned Daron Payne?
Yes.
Yeah, they got Daron Payne, but they also got Jonathan Allen, All-Pro. They added Clelin Ferrell from Clemson. Yeah. That's a very good defensive line. Very, very good. So you're going to see these young guys like Mauch, throw Gedeke in there, Graham Barton especially. You guys got to be able to push and establish the run game. Must establish the run game because when we get that down, our offense is way better. You can get those rollouts, the play actions, the screens, the naked boots and all that. All that stuff will work to perfection if you can get a good run game going. And we saw in the preseason, but now it's really time. This is a true test. We're seeing a very good defensive line. Bobby Wagner, old, but hey, he's solid, right? Jeremy Chin, strong safety. That's another guy to watch out for. But yeah, I think this game is going to be won by how well the Bucs can play against this defense. I think head-to-head, defense is better than offense for the Bucs against the Commanders' offense and vice versa. So
take care of business.
Take care of business.
Low scoring.
I could see low scoring. I could see maybe we struggle a little bit.
Really?
Maybe the offense struggles a little bit. Maybe it's a close game. But I think you got to turn it around in the second half.
Joel, any keys to the game as you see it?
Start Jaden Daniels' career out with a dud.
All right.
So I was looking it up. He's 19-7 at LSU, so he has a winning mentality. So don't start him out with a great experience. Let's make sure his career stinks.
Do you know you go into Raymond James, you're not coming out without a couple bruises from the Tide Bulls defense. But in all seriousness, I kind of disagree with you, Will. I think that this Bucs offense is going to thrive. I think when I look at the Bucs this year, I think the offense is stronger than the defense. And I have a lot of faith in this Bucs offense, and I will come out and say this right now. I think this Bucs offense will average 30 points per game plus in 2024. I think this is going to be an electric, explosive offense. The rush game, which averaged over 4 yards per carry in the preseason, I think is going to continue with Graham Barton and a second season of Cody Mauch in the interior. Those tackles are fantastic, so we don't have to worry about them. I have a lot of faith in this game. I really do. I think this is going to be it's a really good game to start off with. Get everyone revving, their engines revving at the point where we need it to, because the schedule does get a little difficult in the coming weeks. But I do think that this Bucs offense, I think, will have its way this week. I think they will have its way this week and in the weeks to come. But I think this week's a good test to see where this Liam Cohen offense is, and I have a lot of faith in it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't necessarily say the Bucs would struggle the whole season. I can see them struggling for a little bit in this game, particularly because the Commanders do have a good defense. As far as the whole season, no, I think the Bucs will figure it out on offense. I think, though, start the season, a lot of new faces. You could face some trouble. These are a lot of seasoned veterans on this Commanders defense. As far as defense being better than offense, I think we know the offense is better. But this defense against the Commanders' offense is a lot better. That's going to be the strong suit there. So
yeah. So I guess anything else before we predict this thing? First football prediction of the year.
Oh man, I can't wait. Are we going to do?
We got to do scores. Is that what you're going to say?
Early Super Bowl, early playoffs.
We could do that real quick. So let's predict the Bucs game,
Let's
and
predict
then we'll do
the Bucs,
playoffs
and we'll do
real quick.
Yeah.
I'll start it off. I think the Bucs are going to win, and they're going to win by a wide margin. I think this offense is going to come out humming. Everything I saw from that preseason game and what I've seen from talks through camp, I got a lot of faith in this offense. So I think the Bucs are going to win. I think they're going to win handily, and I think give me the Bucs to win this game 31-14.
I will go 27-17 Bucs.
All right.
I will go 28-19 Bucs.
All right, a little funky score, but I like a funky score.
Yeah, I think it'd be, like a 14-12 type game going in half. The Bucs they kind of run away with it towards the end. But don't be surprised if the offense struggles. Don't think the sky is falling. It's a good defense they're playing.
Absolutely.
I'll say one thing before we go into predictions for the rest of the NFL. Is there any concern that Baker Mayfield has an off year, just from kind of the seesawing of his career?
Nope. The Bucs believe in him. They put their faith in Baker Mayfield. He's never had the support and faith of the team like he has with the Bucs, and I think he's going to only get better.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like his seesawing type stats, which are there, you got to look at his second year in Cleveland.
Injuries.
A lot of injuries, and he played through them. I think he shouldn't have, but he's a warrior. He's just a dog, man, and you can't stop him. So
a lot of different offensive coordinators going through.
Yeah,
his career
the Browns. Too. I mean, who knows what they do half the time. Yeah, he definitely did. Because, it was like Freddie Kitchens his first year, and then I think they finally got Stefanski that second year. Maybe not. Maybe
Didn't
they had somebody
have
in between.
Greg Williams in between?
Might have.
Or is that
well, I think it was him because Kitchens got fired.
Okay.
Yeah. Freddie Kitchens, man. How did that guy become a head coach?
Yeah,
Anyways.
It's a new offensive coordinator this year, so that's why I say it.
Yeah, but there's somebody he's familiar with L.A. 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, seesaw stats. I think the Panthers are a terrible organization. You can't count anything that happened while he was on the Panthers. Look at how he played with the Rams and look how he played last year. I think that's what you're going to get out of Baker Mayfield. And, again, like Colby said, the Bucs have shown, hey, we believe in you. And, hey, we added a team around you, too. That's how much we believe in you, gave you some weapons to play with. So he should have all the confidence in the world and all the ability to have another great season. Maybe MVP?
Ooh.
I think top 5 MVP candidate. I'm
Hopefully.
high on the Bucs right now. I am so excited. I hope
Yeah.
it doesn't blow up in my face.
Well, hey, we got to do our record. I guess we did that already, but we
did
can
that.
just say it again. I say I've said this number all season. Maybe off on the show and off. I think the Bucs go 11-6. 11-6. Book it. And that will win the NFC South.
I think I said 12-5 in the spring, but I'm gonna say 11-6 too. 11-6. I think the schedule's hard, but again, I think that will win the NFC South. I think the Bucs will take care of business against the division, and I think it'll be similar to 2020 where they won 11 games.
I don't want to go 11. I don't even remember what I said. I probably said 12-5.
I think
but,
so.
No, you said 11-6.
All right.
Colby was at 12-5, and we were both 11-6.
So you guys went down a game, maybe?
No, I stayed 11-6.
All
I
right,
went down.
Should I
again.
go negative Nancy mode? Go.
Why?
10-7?
Just go what you think.
Go
what you think.
Go with your heart, Joel.
I'm a little scared. I'm gonna go 10-7.
All right. Hey, that's okay. I think that'll still
That's
get them in
fine.
the playoffs.
And I would be happy with that.
Yeah.
Honestly. Just get better every year, right?
Yeah.
And real quick, just so it's on the record, we got 7 teams from each conference. I think the Buffalo Bills will win the AFC East. I think the Ravens will win the AFC North. I think the Texans will win the South. The Chiefs will win the West. Give me...
Who's your wild cards?
Yep, wild cards. Give me the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Bengals. And then in the NFC, I think the Eagles will win the NFC East. I think... I'm going to say it. Give me the Bears to win the NFC North. Yep. I love what they did. Bucs to win the NFC South. And then give me the Niners to win the West. And give me the Lions in, wild card, the Falcons in the wild card, and the Packers in the wild card.
I like it. For me, well, the Bears one was kind of crazy.
I'm high on the Bears, man. I'm high on them.
I respect it. But for me, I think if we go AFC, let's go AFC East. I think the Jets win it this year. As long as Rodgers stays healthy, I think it's finally their time. It's all or nothing for them. If it doesn't work out this year, it'll never work out. But I think finally the Jets are going to have a full season of Rodgers. They will win the AFC East. NFC or AFC North, that's a tough one. Mm-hmm. I think the Bengals win it. I think the Bengals take the crown. I'm kind of sick of the Joe Burrow slander as far as like he's an injury merchant. I don't believe in all that. I think he's still like one of the best quarterbacks in the game. I think the Bengals take back the AFC North throne. AFC South is kind of an easy one. I think the Texans clearly got it in the bag. Watch out for the Jags, but I think the Texans are too good.
I would say watch out for the Colts in that pack. I think the Colts got a good little, but it's Texans division to win.
Yeah, it's just the Colts.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not.
It's
feeling
all
the
on
Jags
Anthony
right
Richardson.
now.
Can Richardson stay healthy? If he can't, probably not.
For sure.
There's just too many question marks.
I didn't take them to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'd take them over the Jags.
AFC West, the Chiefs clearly win. I think the Broncos and Chargers will be better, but they won't be competing at least for the next couple of years. As far as wild cards go, the Ravens will be a wild card team. I think the Bills sneak in as a wild card team. And the last one, man, it's going to be packed. It really is. But I think the Jags get in with that seventh wild card seed. I think you won't see the Dolphins make the playoffs.
No Browns either.
No Browns. I think that just a couple. It might be one of those seasons where just everybody beats each other out, and good teams just don't make it because that's how competitive the AFC is this year. NFC East, I think the Eagles win it again. I think there's just what's his name is on the hot seat there. I think it's a must-win situation for them. I think they have to, especially Jalen Hurts too. There's a lot of guys with question marks around them. I think they win the NFC East. NFC North, the Lions will win it pretty handily, I think. NFC South, give me your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Give me your Bucs. And NFC West, the San Francisco 49ers will win it again. Wild cards, though. I think Atlanta does get in as a wild card. I think they just will get in, but I'm not sold on them. The Packers will be very good. They will be a wild card team. And then, give me the Rams. I think the Rams have a very solid team with Stafford. They got Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua. Defense is getting better. Kyron Williams, let's see what he does. Running back. Yeah, I think that's. I think you're going to see that. The Cowboys do not make it. Cowboys do not make it.
I'm in agreement with that one. I don't think the Rams.
Joel?
All right, speed round. I'm going to go Bills for the East, Ravens for the North. I'm going to go. I'll go Jaguars. You guys ain't got that Florida love. I'm going Jaguars for the South.
Our sister city.
Yeah, our sister city. Come on. Obviously Chiefs for the West. Wild cards. I will take Ravens. Did I say Ravens to win it?
You did.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm that. I'll take Bengals then. I'll take Jets, and I'm feeling the Chargers. Feeling some Chargers this year.
Jim Harbaugh first year.
Yeah, give me them Chargers. All right. Now moving into the NFC. Eagles for the East. Lions for the North. Bucs for the South. 49ers for the West. Wild cards, give me Rams. Give me Packers, and give me Vikings. A lot of love for the North.
Super Bowl champ, Baltimore Ravens.
Come on, Jolly Roger, where's the Bucs?
Oh man,
I feel like
would
it's
love.
bad. I feel like I can't pick the Bucs in this segment, but I do have a lot of faith in the Bucs to win the Super Bowl.
I mean, I want the Bucs so bad. I
really
want to pick them.
I honestly I really do believe they have a great shot.
They have a shot. I think the Bucs will be here. Let me say this for all the fans. I personally believe the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be in the NFC Championship.
All right.
I think they will get there. I 100% believe that. I'm not making it up. I'm not just saying it. I think this year the Super Bowl champion, for the first time ever, will be the Detroit Lions.
Really?
I think this is their year. I really do.
They've been getting very close.
And I hate to say it. I hate it because I hate Detroit. I hate the Lions. I hate everything about them. They beat us twice last year, and I think they might break our hearts again, unfortunately. I think the Lions win it all.
That'd be good for their fans. Their fans were so sad last year. That was hard to watch.
It was.
Their fans pissed me off, though. And I went to school in Michigan. I know a lot of Detroit fans. And it's one thing when your team is good, this and that. Sometimes fans can get annoying when your team's good. But when your team's been bad for so long and then they're finally good, yeah, you're supposed to be wholesome, make me want to root for you. But just the way they're acting after one loss, it's like, dog, it's a 17-game season and you guys are crying because you lost one game to the Bears. Talking about, it's time to bench Goff, it's time to bench him. You guys lost one game. It was just that type of attitude, our season's over. You know what? If you don't know how to act when your team's good, then you don't deserve to be good. Your team doesn't deserve it. I'd say, Tampa Bay were the best fans. Winning comes easy to us because we're the best fans in all the nation. All right, Joel, what's your Super Bowl prediction? Sorry, Lions fans. I hate y'all.
I'm just going off of hope. If we're not allowed to go Bucs here, I'm gonna go Bills. I want the Bills to get a Super Bowl, especially before they move into the new stadium. That'd be picturesque.
That's beautiful.
And here, I'll be an optimist. They beat the Bucs.
That's worse, actually.
That's worse?
I'd rather you not put them in the Super Bowl at all. I don't want them to get there and lose.
I don't want them to get to the championship and lose.
I'd rather have them lose in the NFC Championship than the Super Bowl.
At least give me the 2 weeks of we're in the Super Bowl. Let's go.
Ooh, that's those 2 weeks are hard.
That's worse. Just let me lose in the playoffs.
The Bucs are going to win the Super Bowl, but for this segment, we picked non-Bucs teams. Okay? But yeah, that is all of our predictions.
All right, fine. They beat the 49ers.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Bills, that should be a good game.
Lions, Ravens. That is our Super Bowl picks. Our playoff picks, they are on file. They are on the record. So, thank you guys for listening to TB3 episode 54. If you guys are watching on YouTube, comment down below what you think the Bucs record will be in 2024, and if you think they will win their first game against the Commanders. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Spotify, and have a good, beautiful, blessed night.